Today, we excavate fear. What exactly is fear? It's a numbing, just very debilitating response to something with which we become terrorized. We allow ourselves to become terrorized. It's not a natural response. It's only natural when we're in the fight or flight mode. But first, we have to interpret whether we're in the fight or flight mode, and we are conditioned on how to do this. So, if we were to decondition ourselves not to be constantly in the fight or flight mode, and to instead be aware of all the many ways in which we could live differently, in which we are powerful beings, if we felt the inner power of our own being, we would realize that fear is simply a tool to distract us from the truth of who we are. So, I would like to look at fear today and help us to excavate how to let go of fear and not let it rule us anymore. So, 3 ways to move past fear. Don't treat your fear like it was a precious object or a special object. I see many people holding on to it, loving it, and wanting to stay with it because that's all that they know. It's the only way that they know to be in this world, is to be fearful because they've had so much trauma and their whole life has been run by fear. But it's time to let it go because we have too much fear ruling the world right now. We're out of control. Fear has taken hold of way too many people's lives and it's controlling us. So you get back into control of your own life. You become powerful again in your own life by letting go of the fear. So one way of doing that, if you don't know how to actually detox yourself from fear, is to change the way that you see yourself and the world. And the only quickest way that I know of to change your energies is to change the way that you eat and drink. Change the way in which you nourish yourself. You've got to start nourishing and nurturing yourself. So if you've never had an entire meal of mangoes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 mangoes, an entire meal, I invite you today to do so. These green mangoes are California mangoes and they're actually green. This is how they ripen. Or if you've never had a coconut, a meal of a coconut, maybe it's time that you start doing so. If you've never had a green drink or a green juice, maybe it's time that you start really pulling all of these incredibly healing and detoxifying energies into your system. Start with rehydrating yourself. When we rehydrate ourselves, our cells then begin to loosen up and release some of the tightness and the hardening that fear brings about. Do you know you can eat the most alkaline thing, but in a state of fear, and you can still create acidity in the body? I repeat this. You can eat the most alkaline thing, which can be sweet grapes, especially the dark ones, especially the Concord grapes, which I love so much, which I'm having for lunch today. And you still can be very acidic because of your fear. Fear controls everything. It controls all the digestive system, your immune system, which is really the lymph, the kidneys, your adrenals can be tight and very, very hardened by fear. So let go of fear. Eat with a sense of release and relief and enjoy. I eat ecstatically because these are what I eat. And melons and a lot of berries, and I just love them. And I eat an entire huge bowl of them, and it's with tremendous abandon and joy that I enjoy them. So find time for you to really reevaluate your life, look at the way you nourish and nurture yourself, or if you don't, because most people don't, which means you will succumb to fear. Next, don't give your fear any attention. The quickest and easiest way to give your fear attention is to look at mainstream media. To become a victim of mainstream media, to become victimized, to allow yourself to think of yourself as a victim and not a victor and a conqueror. When you feel powerful and you're hydrated and your cells are well nourished, you begin to feel the absolutely incredibly healing river of your own being just catapult you into this feeling of ecstasy and high energy that you've never experienced before when you used to feed yourself a plate of fear every day. Feed yourself a plate of love and you will never feel that anymore. The third one is think of your fear as the most boring thing about you. That will allow you to let it go. Yes, it doesn't serve you anymore. It served you up until a point, but it doesn't serve you anymore. So I'm going to show some on the screen right now. I'm going to put up some quotes by Rumi, who said, move, but don't move the way fear makes you move. Move outside the tangle of your thinking. Movement is very important. Go for a run, a walk, a quick jog, a fast walk, a bicycle. Go someplace where you can let go of the fear, to the beach, to the mountains, to a tree, to a botanical garden. Go by water. Water is one of the most healing things there is. Delve into the water. Here's another quote by Rumi that I would like to invite you to use today. Run from what's comfortable. Yes, it's in the comfort zone where all of our tragedies and all of our fear resides. Forget safety. Live where you fear to live. In other words, change. Destroy your reputation. Be notorious. I have tried prudent planning long enough. From now on, I'll be mad. That's one of the most beautiful quotes I've ever heard on letting go of fear and not letting it run and ruin your life. My last quote is from Hafiz. Let's let loose with compassion. Let's drown in the delicious ambience of love. And this is what I leave you with today. Please begin to excavate all the fear from within you. Pull it up, pull it out, dig it out, and build an incredible platform of love on which to live your life. And then fear can't touch you anymore. All the fear mongering will not be a thorn in your side anymore. You will water it with your love and it will just disappear, because too many of us brought our love forward and our love forth. It's your time to bring love forth. Love yourself into being, and you will find that nothing can touch you, and we will overcome all the darkness and all the fear that is so convenient right now. Thank you. Join me here on weekdays, Monday to Fridays, right here. Please subscribe below and click the notification button, and please put your favorite quotes below as well and share them with us, and let us know what you're doing so as not to succumb to the rigidity and the disempowerment of fear. Take our power back. It is time that we become the powerful beings that we truly are. So please accept my invitation today and seduce yourself into a place of love and healing where only joy is the supreme master. Thank you, everyone.